Ever wondered if you're a genius in disguise? Check out these 10 unexpected signs of intelligence you might not even know you exhibit. Stick around to the end. Sign number 7 will really surprise you. Starting with number 1, curiosity. This isn't just an interest, it's what fuels a smart mind. It's about wanting to learn, asking questions, and exploring the world and ideas. Did you know that curiosity actually makes our brain happy? When we learn something new, our brain releases a feel-good chemical called dopamine. This makes learning fun and keeps us wanting to explore more. And here's a fun fact, there's even a term for extreme curiosity. It's called epistemophilia, meaning love of knowledge. People with this trait are always trying to understand more about the world. But there's a common misunderstanding that curiosity killed the cat, meaning curiosity can lead us into trouble. But that's not quite right. Curiosity actually leads to new discoveries and growth. It's not about risky actions, but about thoughtful exploration. And smart people use curiosity as a tool to dig deeper and understand more, rather than settling for surface-level knowledge. Moving to the next trait, adaptability. This is about being able to handle unexpected changes. People with high intelligence are good at quickly changing their thoughts and adapting to new situations. Here are some cool facts. Did you know adaptability is linked to being creative? Research shows that people who can easily adjust to new situations are often more creative. Another interesting point. Studies have found that being adaptable can make you better at your job. In today's fast-paced work environment, people who can adjust to new roles or technologies are often more successful. But there's a common mistake people make about adaptability. They think it means being indecisive or inconsistent. Actually, it's about being flexible and resilient while keeping your core beliefs. Smart people know how to change without losing sight of their goals and values. Let's move on to the third point, empathy. You might be surprised, but understanding and sharing other people's feelings takes a lot of brain work. But what is empathy really? Empathy is the capacity to recognize and share the feelings of another individual. It's the ability to put ourselves in someone else's shoes and understand their experiences and emotions as if they were our own. Here's an interesting fact about empathy. There's a specific part of our brain called the right supramarginal gyrus that helps us tell our own emotions apart from those of others. If this part isn't working right, maybe because of stress or not paying attention, we might start thinking other people feel the same way we do. A common mistake people make about empathy is thinking it's the same as sympathy. They're related but not the same. Sympathy is about feeling sorry for someone else's troubles, but empathy is about understanding and sharing any kind of feeling with someone else, not just sadness but also happiness or excitement. Next up, the fourth trait, skepticism. This might seem strange, but smart people are often skeptical. They don't just accept information as it is, they examine and question facts before they form an opinion. But what's skepticism? It's a way of thinking where you question or have doubts about claims until you have enough proof. It's a way to make sure something is really true before you believe it. Here's a fun fact. Skepticism is actually a big part of science. Scientists are trained to be skeptical because they need to question theories, test ideas, and find solid evidence before they reach a conclusion. But people often mistake skepticism for cynicism or pessimism. They're not the same. Skepticism isn't about expecting the worst or thinking everything is false. It's about careful thinking and needing proof. While skepticism helps us find the truth, cynicism can lead to unfounded negativity or mistrust. Moving on to the fifth point, humor. You might be surprised. Making and understanding jokes involves a lot of skills, like perfect timing, understanding of different cultures, and a good grasp of language. So what's humor? It's the ability to see, enjoy, or show what's funny or amusing. It's something that makes us laugh and brings us joy, and it often helps us bond with other people. Here's a cool fact. Research has found that humor can actually help us solve problems better. When we laugh, our body releases feel-good chemicals called endorphins, which can relax our mind and help us think more creatively. But there's a common mistake people make about humor. They think it's not serious or important. That's not true. Humor can be a powerful tool for communicating, teaching, and even dealing with stress. Smart people often have a great sense of humor and use it to understand and manage life's challenges. Next up, the sixth trait, being a good listener. Smart people know they don't know everything, so they listen to really understand, not just to reply. So what does being a good listener mean? It's more than just hearing someone's words. It's about paying full attention, showing interest, understanding their point of view, and responding thoughtfully. Here's something interesting. Studies have found that good listening can actually make people feel better. When people feel truly heard and understood, it can lower their stress and make them feel happier. But there's a common mistake people make about being a good listener. They think it means staying quiet while the other person talks. That's not it. Good listening is active. It involves responding, showing empathy, and asking questions to understand better. It's not just about being silent, but about actively engaging with the person speaking. Up next at number 7, self-discipline. Controlling impulses and choosing long-term rewards over immediate pleasures involves the prefrontal cortex, a brain area related to intelligence. But what is self-discipline? It's the ability to control yourself, to stick to your decisions and duties, and not be influenced by changing feelings or situations. Here's an interesting fact. Studies have found that self-discipline is a better predictor of school success than IQ. Students who are self-disciplined often do better in school than others with the same IQ who aren't as self-disciplined. But there's a common mistake people make about self-discipline. They think it means being very strict or not allowing any kind of fun. That's not true. Self-discipline is about managing your actions and consciously making choices that help you reach your long-term goals. It's not about denying yourself everything, but about finding balance and setting priorities. Moving on to number 8, open-mindedness. Smart people often welcome different viewpoints and ideas, and they're willing to change their beliefs when they learn something new. But what is open-mindedness? It's being willing to consider and accept different ideas and views, even ones that challenge what you believe. It's a trait that helps you think flexibly and adapt to changes. Here's a fun fact. Research has shown that being open-minded can actually make us happier. By welcoming new ideas and experiences, we can make our lives richer and feel more satisfied. But there's a common mistake people make about open-mindedness. They think it means agreeing with everyone or not being able to make up your mind. That's not true. Being open-minded is about considering different views and then making an informed decision. It's about exploring and understanding, not just accepting everything without question or being indecisive. Coming in at number 9, resilience. The ability to recover from failure and see it as a chance to learn is a less obvious sign of intelligence. So what is resilience? It's the ability to cope with hard times, bounce back from challenges, and adjust to change. It's about having the mental strength to overcome difficulties and learn from them, not being knocked down or beaten by them. Here's an interesting fact. Resilience isn't something you either have or don't have. It's about behaviors, thoughts, and actions that anyone can learn and improve. It's something that can grow with practice and patience. But there's a common mistake people make about resilience. They think it means being tough and not showing any emotions or stress. That's not true. Resilient people do feel stress, pain, and difficulties. They're not without emotions. They just manage to keep going and stay positive, even when things are tough. And finally, at number 10, enjoying alone time. Many smart people like being alone because it gives them time to think, learn, and dive deep into their interests. But what is enjoying alone time? It's about being happy and finding value in spending time by yourself. This could be doing hobbies, reading, thinking, or just being comfortable being alone. Here's something interesting. Studies have found that people who enjoy alone time can be more creative. Being alone gives them a quiet, distraction-free space that's great for thinking of new ideas. But there's a common mistake people make about enjoying alone time. They think it means being lonely or not liking other people. That's not true. Liking your own company doesn't mean you're lonely or don't like people. It just means you appreciate the peace and freedom that being alone can offer, allowing you to reflect and grow personally. And there you have it, folks. 10 genuine signs of intelligence that go beyond academic scores or IQ numbers. If you saw yourself in any of these signs, congratulations. And remember, intelligence comes in many forms, so celebrate yours. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video enlightening, hit the like button and share it with your friends. And remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more intriguing content.